This video shall serve as a record of FLCC team performance. The images and commentary are intended to highlight successes and to draw attention to areas where and how technique can be improved. We start with a Jack and Jill cross-cut relay, 3 pairs, 2 cookies each. Saw should be level, perpendicular to the wood. Handoff setup, spin out of the way. Reasonably level run there, a little bit rough on the pickup, and a little bit of wrap on the far end. Good, powerful team, nice straight run and lots of pressure and good strong feed. 6 good cookies there. Yes, it is snowing. Bow saw relay. For the Jack and Jill teams, the men and the women combined, 1 cookie. Set up, start, keep the saw not at a steep angle so that it doesn't hang up. Using the entire blade, the most difficult thing to master. Good setup, good start. Good saw utilization there. A little hang up.
Angle, go, Jake, keep it straight, go, whole stop, all the way, end to end, keep breathing, pressure, whole stop.
A combination of arm and upper body motion should be 50-50. Most people tend to use more arm motion than upper body motion. If you come in on it with your body, you can keep more pressure on the blade. That was a little sloppy on the setup there. It should have been right over the cut. Nice technique.
Go, Harker! Take it easy, guys. 3, 2, 1, go! Go down!
Sawhorse stanchion came loose on that. Mistake not the power people put into it with a big adrenaline rush. That sawhorse does necessarily have to be solid. 3 cookies for the men's team. Saw should be level, shouldn't be rocking like that. Jumps out of the cut and hand off, spin out. There's a practice pair of sawyers here. You can see that saw feed down.
Lower.
The FLCC M1 team bow saw relay. Two cookies in this case. Handoffs are important. That was good. Good handoff, good start. A little rough on the motion of the saw. It's fluttering around. And as steady as you can keep it in the kerf, the smoother it runs. There's mostly arm motion, not much upper body at all. And should be using a lot more of the blade. Too much angle causes it to stall.
Good cut. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake. Let's go. Kill it, Jake. Kill it down, you Jake. Kill it. Come on, Jake.
90% up arm motion.
Good cut, Jake. Come on, one more. Calm, set. One more cut. Quick, go. Run it. Hard as you can, Jake. Hard as you can, Jake. All you got. All you got, Jake. Everything you got, Jake. Come on, Jake. Come on, CJ. Go. Run it.
The bow saw event yields to practice. You get better and better as you continue to practice cutting. But
CJ, turn it up. Come on, CJ. Come on, CJ. Come on, John. John. Let's go, John. Come on, John. Let's go, John.
there's a little bit more upper body motion there. Good cut. A little rough on the transition from forward to backward here.
Good job.
The Finger Lakes second Jack and Jill team. There's 4 gentlemen and a gal, plus to fill in the 6. We're short one. We recruited a gentleman from Alfred State College to help out. Was glad to have him. Picking up on the end causes stalling. Dangling necklaces and neckties are not recommended for this activity. In fact, it could be seriously dangerous. It's possible to snap a crosscut saw if you cause it to buckle like that. The practiced teams use the top-notch equipment. The teams that are basically learning technique get to use the lower grade equipment. The competitive saw up top-notch, we're talking $1,500 to $2,000, and you want to be sure that people who use it have enough skill to do so without damaging the equipment. We had a second-rate bow saw here, people not used to using the fine equipment. This particular blade frame combination turned out to be seriously misbehaving on this wood. You see the blade running off to the right. That's a function of the blade being set improperly in the frame, and perhaps the teeth on the left side not quite as sharp.
Straight back.
Good start. Come on, Dixon! Run it! Burn it!
Now our stalwart coach Ryan decides that let's get that piece of equipment out of there. It's really performing badly. But the problem with the better saw is that it goes straight down, and it came out of the inside of the cut, and she had to do a second cut. Was not a complete cookie.
You're almost there! Finish it! Set, go!
Too much angle, it hangs up. Now there's mostly upper body motion.
Run it, there.
It's actually good technique. The more practice, you'd become a good sawyer.
Chris, get on this.
Too much angle. Singles event, there are 6, one for each person on the team. This particular one is disc stack. A finesse event, the trick is the object is to go through the block and get the saw out of there without having the cookies fall off. There's a great deal of technique in running the saw and where you run it in respect to the orientation of the square cant in this place, and flicking it out so that the cookies don't sit down upon the moving chain. It requires just the right touch. There's a competitor about to go up. The ESF gentleman, it turns out, has won this event every single time he's entered it. I didn't manage to get a video of him doing it, but we do see the judge counting the cookies at the end, which I've left in the video. There they are, 3. He ended up producing 17 slices in the time limit with a good saw and lots of practice and some good coaching from another of the singles events, the single buck, a 2-person saw run by one individual. Straight, steady, long, strong strokes. As is the case with most of these events, this is very demanding physically. You have to be in good condition and quite strong to do this event successfully. The wedge opens the kerf up so the saw won't bind. We ran that $1,500 saw into the mud.
3,
Not
2,
desirable.
1, go! Go, Dixon. Get up, Dixon. There you go. Let's keep that pace. Stop, man. Stop.
Straight run. This is a new competitor. It's probably
Go, Dixon. Hold on, Dixon.
done this many times, I'd venture to guess.
Let's go. Keep it up. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there, dude.
And
Good job, man.
feeling the strain. Team event. 3 pairs run the log down the course. Object is to connect the 2 posts. That particular log is heavy, heavier in fact than too heavy to drag. People are going to get hurt trying to drag that around. The mud does not simplify the operation. It does turn enough so that the little end advances, handles down low, hit together, and make those teeth bite.
Dog it, hook it, hook it, hook it.
To use the peavy as it's designed to twist the log in. Now, if you don't succeed in turning the log enough on the course to connect the post, then you do have to cross haul. And real strain, but they got it. Together, contact together, hit it. Pulp toss in the mud. A sloppy, spattering event. The Jack and Jill teams use smaller logs in the shorter distance. The blue rain suit accentuates the mud nicely. The Finger Lakes M1 team start out with 4 counters. That's desirable. 4 pit. Concentrate. And aim it properly, and do not allow the projectile to land on top of a piece of wood already there. When they land one on the other, they shoot off, sometimes dangerously fast. Now watch what happens here. Vaulted the log right off the other log. You get 48 to land within the two stakes. The time stops. These were very difficult conditions. You had to drag the log out of the mud.
He's got the muddiest face.
The gang. Standing block chop, two-person event. 5 good hits. That was wide. That was extra wood cut twice. Going in 2 straight right there. The most efficient to go in at 45 degrees. And more skill, more practice, more coordination, more athletic ability required to succeed at this event than any other in my estimation. Fire build. Boil the water as fast as you can. You start with a log and a bucket of water and a knife and an axe. The red cedar that was used for this event does not ignite very easily. Most of the teams were unable to get the water to boil within the 10-minute time limit.
This is your cadence. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's a great deal of technique involved here, and it really, what you do really depends on what you've got for wood. This red cedar did not behave the way we were used to. And it turns out the bark on the red cedar does not burn very well at all. Mud, mud, mud. The judges standing 15 feet back so they don't get drenched in the spatter. Got to pull them back behind the line to start. The Jack and Jill log roll. Mud, mud, mud again. The smaller log moves a little faster.
Yeah.
Close up on our muddy young competitor.
Come on, Brandon! Turn,
Underhand chop. The premier event, and more people love chopping than love it more intensely than most other events. You really have to experience the thrill of standing on a block and wailing at it with a really nice axe. Should stand up, extend, get a little more height on that axe, get more pull velocity. The pattern is important, accuracy, hitting where you want to.
Gotta hurry up!
Staying on the log is a challenge. This is good technique here. A little more reach, pretty good reach there, and good swing right straight off the top of his head, and his feet lined up with a cut. It helps the accuracy.
Good job for him, man.
Red Oak quarter splitting wood, another triples event. Object here to get 4 pieces of wood with part of the dot that's been painted on the end.
Break them apart! Hurry up!
Requires accuracy and some agility.
There you go.
Break it.
Put the big one! No!
She get 4 pieces, then the next person
Hurry up!
goes in.
Come on, Mary! Come on, Mary! Come on, Mary! There you go, there you go.
Minimize the amount of dancing you do around the log. So there's not.
Let's go, Sis! Come on, Season! There's one.
You have to spot for one another to see if there is paint on the pieces that come off. That's a good time.
Woo.
Ah, the monkey!
One, go!
Come on, Jason!
Come on, Jason!
Yeah, Jason!
The chopping, underhand chop, requires a tremendous amount of practice and training, and it takes quite a bit of time to become really proficient at this, and a lot of wood. People starting off tend to go in a conservative pace, and they're not using the beginners, the folks who haven't done this for very long at all. Do not use the very fragile, he hit his foot with that, but he's got a chainmail inside a steel mesh sock in there, prevented him from damaging his feet. I'm sure his sneaker paid the price on that.
Come on, dude! Don't hesitate! Charles, angle your feet. Come on, Charles. Go, Charles.
Underhand chop requires a greater caloric output. It's an intense exercise, and it's draining. You want to do it in a sprint and not turn it into a cross-country race.
There you go. Angle that back, Charles. There you go. Turn top side. Angle, shoot. Hang on him. Hang it on the bottom. Hang that bottom.
Clearly, a draining exercise.
There. Yes. You got this. Come on, Charles. Come on, Charles. Go right in. Here you go. Keep going.
Get that angle from him. Right, yes.
Come on, you can do it.
You got it. Yeah! Come on, Charles! A little more angle, Charles. Take some of that bottom wood out. Bottom wood? Yes.
Clock is running. Some wood.
Hang still on the bottom. All right, go. Drive. Good. Come on, Charles. Almost there. Go.
It's good to see. Hesitate until we get the man out of the line of fire.
Come on, Doc.
Another new chopper.
Come on, Doc.
Lots of reach. There's a lot of potential there.
Come on, Doc.
Very decent accuracy.
Chris, you got it. Get that chip out of the bottom.
Yeah, Chris, you got this.
There you go. Come on, Doc. You got this, Doc. You got it, man. Let's go. Get that chip out. He's a Navy corner.
Oh. Yeah, dude. Come on, Chris. Nice.
Bottom. Mary, let me get that. Come on, sir, man. Come on.
Yeah. Nice. Woo.
Done.
Yeah.
Six from middle. Yeah!
roundhouse swing there. Your accuracy is impaired if you bring it around. You bring it right straight over your head and straight down. The chances of hitting your target are much better.
Yes, no. That's four. Go, Megan.
Now watch out when you swing an axe that you don't hit the handle, oops, on the far side of the log. It's amazing that handle didn't snap. This contest splitting is tough on axe handles. To buy them by the box of dozen of them.
Yes, all right. Let's go,
One hit, 2 hits, 3 pieces, 3 hits, 4 pieces. Perfect split right there. Doesn't get any better than that. And he's pretty happy about it, and so are his teammates. The camaraderie here is just absolutely wonderful to experience.
Oh, you're freaking yeah.
Oh, CJ!
See the pattern. Too much of a crouch there. That if you stand up, extend, get more penetration with the axe. The force is a function of the square of the velocity. The faster you get that thing moving, the more bite you get. Little short swings don't give you the penetration that makes for outstanding chopping.
Get it up. Ben
is very careful to keep his feet lined up with the parallel to his swing. That does help accuracy immensely. Turn technique can be improved. 2 hits in the same place. That was cut in the same wood twice. Should have shifted to the other side.
Oh, come on, Ben! Let's go, you got it!
Angle.
You got it!
Drive
it! Drive! Nice!
Drive it off. Good hit. There's another axe handle on front log.
Nice, Jake!
It is essential to have a spare axe handy in the event that you do break a handle. We did break an axe handle. One of the teams, the standing block chop, the axe broke and came close to hitting the other person on the other side of the log. 4 pieces there. Really nice wood. This red oak, forest grown, straight grain, splits beautifully well. It's a joy to split. Debating whether or not they've got 4 pieces. Piece can be small as long as it's got a flat on both ends and there's paint on one of them, then it counts. The they did. Yep, there was paint on that one. The award ceremony with Michael Oyer, the head coach person at Alfred State, Finger Lakes graduate, by the way. We're really proud of him. The Jack and Jill team from Finger Lakes took first place, the second year in a row, and the joy is evident. They worked hard at it and have high hopes for the performance at the spring meet at Dartmouth College in April. Something.